I had so much fun with the three of you in the episodes I've seen. I can't wait for the ones I haven't seen. And I'm going to start with Selena. These characters are drawn together. They have some loss, they have some darkness to them, some sadness, but they have this commonality amongst the three of them. Why do you think these two gentlemen help Mabel start to pull away those layers that she's been working so hard to keep up for so long?
Well, I think that, what I gather, at least from playing Mabel, is that she doesn't really have a lot of people to talk to. And I think that she closes herself off to a lot of people. And what really opens her up is this podcast and the fascination that she has with, true crime, and then meeting, obviously, Steve and Marty's characters. If anything, it was just natural, I think,
Mm-hmm. When they come to Steve, for you, first of all, Scrabble is sexy. I always knew it. But after seeing you, I know it even more now. But
yeah.
But it got me thinking about all of the first games that we're taught as children, from solitaire and all these games, and then on to Clue and mysteries. What do you think it is about mysteries that get people going? People are really into them, whether they want to be law enforcement people or not. There's something about mysteries that
I think it's as simple as who did it. Mm-hmm. Who they set up a riddle in your mind, and you're going, well, who did it? Even if you're not enjoying it, you can say, I got to hang around to see who did it. I think it's as simple as that. It's just old-fashioned storytelling, mm-hmm. With a beginning, middle, and end.
Martin, for you, for creative people like yourselves, like anyone who works in a creative medium, sometimes there could be all this stimuli, but it's just not the right fit for you for that moment. And I feel like that is the thing with Oliver. Why was this the right fit based on his personality? Why do you think this was the right fit for him to start pursuing that artistry that he had been living?
Well, I mean, Oliver's had a rough decade. A lot of things haven't worked out. And I think that anything that's new and exciting, it's what's shown in the first show, where he's so downbeat and he goes to his son's home for a loan, but then he gets a little bit of positive energy and it can create a forest fire of excitement. And I think that's what it does for him. Mm-hmm. He is symbolically bounds off and bounds back up. And
why didn't you put that in the show?
Oh, it's in the show.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm joking.
I know.
In addition to you all being such a talented cast as performers, you're all serving behind the scenes as well as executive producers for the series. Selena, when you have both of those roles, you've been producing a lot of projects. Does it change your approach to your character, how you're going to perform, knowing that you'll be doing the business stuff on the other end?
I mean, it's kind of more just fun for me, because all the other things that I'm able to produce, I get to be a part of the storytelling, and I also just get to, be behind the scenes and really get to say what I feel. So for this one, it was so much fun to come up with her style, what she was going to wear, how she was going to talk, and so yeah, I felt like I had full control over Mabel and what I could do with her, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. With Steve, with you and Martin, I love when comedic legends can walk that line between the comedy and the drama. There's a lot of touching, really meaningful moments between all of the characters at different parts in the series that really warm you up. Is that the right line for you at this moment in your career after so many years of just being fully on with the laughs for us?
Well, I do think that's crucial to this show, but I have done things I felt were kind of in between. Even Father of the Bride has its serious moments, but it's, I've just always loved the blending comedy and drama, and in this show, it's the struggle is knowing when to do it and how far do you go. And often we'll do one take a little bit bigger, one take a little bit smaller, in case it looks out of character, out of context for the show. So we're always experimenting with how far to go with the comedy.
Mhm.
And it's
Mark.
a very subtle souffle, making sure that it, I think that when comedic actors try to say, please laugh at me, the audience doesn't. It's the audience's decision on whether we find that scene amusing. And the actor has to play it sincerely, but with something else. And that's why the range of takes is very important.
And why didn't you do that in the show?
Well, I just felt I'd save it for season 2.
Right. Selena, although your character is not the comedic relief or the laugh relief in the series, how does her personality change over the course? Because when we first get to know her, she's not saying anything, she's withdrawn, but we start to see her opening up a bit. Is she starting to be a funnier person as the journey continues, or at least can appreciate it?
Well, it kind of mirrored real life. I was kind of nervous in the beginning, and I was excited to work with Steve and Marty, but they made me feel so welcome, and offset that naturally on screen when Mabel kind of breaks down some of those walls. She still doesn't give them the full story. She withholds a lot, but I think it's her first time really having people that she can attempt to trust. So there is that balance of her wanting to be protective, but I like the fact that my character's a little rough, and I like that she can shoot the shit with the guys and give them a hard time. It's really fun.
And Steve, when at your point where for Charles, he's at a point that a lot of senior or older people, they're alone, they're spending time alone, and they're not sure how to interact with people. Does this make him better at making new friends, I guess you could say? Because he makes a few new friends outside of you guys too during the show.
Yeah, I think all that is a bit of a struggle for him. Mm-hmm. He's always a little reluctant. I mean, even these new friends, he's a little standoffish for a while. They're bonded by their interest in true crime. And, whenever 2 or 3 people are interested in the same thing, you don't have to exhibit personal affection. You can just be interested in that one thing. And these other qualities grow, I think, throughout the season. Including falling in love and with myself.
Of course. Who else? And lastly, Mark, when we get to the end, and I don't even know what the end is because we haven't seen it yet.
How many episodes did you see?
I saw 8, and I watched them all. All together.
Thank
you. It was good. You guys did a good job. It was really good. I was all the way in right from the beginning. So when we find out this is Oliver's magnum opus, when they get through this podcast and they give it to the people as a gift.
What's the question? Sorry.
Oh, I said, will this be Oliver's magnum opus when we get to the end? Will this be the greatest thing he's ever done besides Splash and all the other things that he name drops for us that he's done in his career?
Well, I think it will be a new horizon for young Oliver. Oliver's back.
And back with a vengeance. Thank you guys. I loved it. I'm mad.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Really nice talking.
I want the last 2 now, but I'm gonna have to wait like everybody else. Thank you so much for your time.